We are here in your house sports for the Week 7 NFL recap. I'm Manny D.
I've had Sam.
It's your boy Vassos.
Boy, Fat Sam's on the road, coming back from seeing if Giselle has anything to do with the decline of Tom Brady at this point.
Seeing if Antonio Brown is correct and that she has moved on to him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard thing to do.
It's hard being a broadcast journalist, You got to
Yeah.
go find the news, the stories, and everything, no matter what.
It's a tough gig, but somebody's got to do it.
I'm actually just coming back from Green Bay. Had to go talk to Aaron Rodgers, telling him to get his stuff together.
Man, you're just making the loop. You're making the loop around.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to start doing. This is going to be my profession from now on. Just on the road, motivating people.
There you go.
You just do these on your off days, and now it's
Yeah.
like it needs to be a full-time gig.
Yep, do it on my off days, and I haven't made it to Tom Brady yet. I'm going to let him know, hey, there's plenty of fish in the sea, man. Get it together.
And you live by the ocean, so you should be all right, Tom.
Yeah.
F those kids, man. Play some football.
Well, appreciate y'all joining us. Like we always tell you guys, Facebook In Your House Sports, our YouTube channels In Your House Sports. Like and subscribe for our great content we have on college football, which drops on Mondays, and then the NFL, which drops on Tuesdays. So yeah, go check us out. Tell a friend, tell whoever you want to tell about us. We're gonna get right into these games, starting with last Thursday's Saints and Cardinals. Cardinals defeat the Saints 42-34. But you know what? Who cares about the score? Let's talk about the little rant by Kyler Murray.
Oh, calm down.
Calm down.
Hey, the little rant. Is that what you said?
And I can say that because I'm short.
He literally threw a toddler temper tantrum.
DeAndre Hopkins is pulling him saying, use your words, bro. Use your words. Use your words.
There you go.
Calm down, big man.
And you can't even take him serious. This is the problem. If that was any other quarterback or anybody else, you're like, damn, Kingsbury better watch out. But Kingsbury's even like, dude, are you really talking to me like this? I can just nip your forehead. Stop.
Yeah. Just stick your hand out.
Kingsbury looked like a dab. Like, I know you ain't talking to me, mofo. I know you ain't talking to me.
Son, don't make me get off this couch and whoop your butt.
Yeah. It's just like, he had that look, man. I don't know, that duo, the Kingsbury and Murray are not going to last long together, that's for sure.
No,
I don't think so. Because, ultimately, we've talked about this before, especially now since Kyler Murray has this fat contract, Kingsbury's going to be the one to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At this point, but he signed extension too, though, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't have all that guaranteed that Murray has.
Yeah. But hey, they won, so
yeah.
Hey, their defense played real good.
Yeah, the perfect all-time gif of Andy Dalton.
As always,
as old boy dives into the end zone.
So whoever did that shot, man, they need to go ahead and say, hey guys, I'm trademarking this shot. Y'all pay me to use this shot because that was perfect. That was just great.
He can retire off that shot alone.
You ain't lying. That's like WWE production quality shot.
Yeah. That's a Snickers commercial waiting to happen.
But the Cardinals go to 3-4. The Saints drop to 2-5. The Cardinals are still alive in the division, the way their division's going. So, I mean, they still got, will this little rant start, the upward swing? Who knows?
It could. I mean, Kyler's got a short fuse, so we'll see if he's going to explode already.
You think he was mad because he couldn't play Call of Duty?
Probably.
Like,
I would. Midnight releases night, Cliff.
so calm left down. Try to get this game over with. Going into Sunday's games, you got the Cleveland Browns lose to the Baltimore Ravens 23-20. The Ravens go to 4-3. Cleveland goes to 2-5. Very easily, Baltimore could have been repeating what has been going all year, and they could have let this game slide and go to Cleveland. But hey, they won.
Yeah. On a bogus false start penalty, but
Yeah.
hey, a win's a win. But
What's it called? So we're talking about. I'm sorry. We're talking about Boston. I mean Boston, Baltimore.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hello. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
We
yeah.
can hear you.
Okay, there we go. My car thing is working now. All right. You think me our team is figuring out Lamar Jackson?
They are.
I think they are to an extent, but a lot of
They
that I
are?
think is just on the offense. The offensive coordinator is just like, it's like they take their foot off the gas in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know because, of course, Lamar Jackson's on my fantasy team and he only gave me 14 freaking points. You know? It looked like even watching the game, it's like he couldn't really do anything. You know, I'm pretty sure they had a five just in case you. It's just like even his receivers couldn't get open, and you know, kind of made it difficult for him.
It's pretty much Mark Andrews or bust.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, what they traded away, was it Hollywood? Was it Hollywood Brown? That's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They traded him last year. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that has some hurt. But man, I mean, it really doesn't have any help. I mean, the running back had a good game, but nothing too exciting.
Yeah, that's the thing. Lamar Jackson went 9 of 16 for 120 yards, and it, you know, if teams can make him one-dimensional as far as just a drop-back quarterback, which is hard to do, easier said than done, it makes him pedestrian in a way because, like I said, he's got to find that receiver, and he usually looks at Mark Andrews, who was targeted 2 times, but no receptions.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Got next.
What was that?
I said, who do they got next? Because once they play a top defense, like you're talking about them really struggling.
Let's see. Wait, now I can pull up. Let's see. Baltimore they're on bye this week. No, they're not. Never mind. Sorry. Wrong purple team.
They're at the Bucks.
Got the Bucks
Thursday night.
Oh yeah, that's right. Quick turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the Bucks defense is not too bad, but I don't know. I just think Baltimore needs to make a trade before this deadline to get some help for Lamar Jackson. Because I mean, if they're trying to you know get to the playoffs, they ain't gonna get it the way they're playing with no help, you know.
But also that defense, man, is just unrecognizable. That defense, it's like, hell, you've seen Marcus Peters over there trying to fight John Harbaugh on the sideline.
Mm-hmm. They're missing Tim Martindale, big time.
Yeah,
He's doing wonders with the Giants so far. So speaking of the Bucks and their defense, they lose to Carolina 21-3. PJ Walker's like, hey man, I'll beat Tom Brady.
He said, "This is the XFL, right?"
And well, not only that, whose guy was that? That's a Matt Rule guy.
Yeah.
That I'm pretty sure Matt Rule wanted to play because that's his guy. That's the one. I mean, he picked him out, but not you had to get Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, and all this stuff. And here's old PJ Walker. Like, man, let me show y'all something.
It's for you,
So
coach.
they got. I mean, but I don't know. It could have been a fluke win, because they really don't have no tape on them, So we'll see what happens next week.
Deontay Foreman going off 15 carries, 118 yards. Showed a big time. That's what helped too as well.
Yeah.
Deontay Foreman, Chuba Herbert, 9 carries, 63 yards as well. So
They're looking like they were back at Texas and Oklahoma State.
yeah.
Yep.
Tom Brady going 32 49, 290 yards. He had no running game, like we'd be saying, man. You're throwing more than 40 times and you're 46, whatever years old. You're not gonna last.
Yeah.
And it don't help when you got a wide open Mike Evans and he drops the ball.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But I mean, that's like the first drive of the game. It's like, come on, you got to be able to do something after that. Like
That's all Evans right there.
Yeah, I could get it if it was like the last drive of the game or, midway through the game, 3/4 of the way through the game. But that's the first drive. And you mean to tell me that killed all your momentum? No.
I mean, I think this is really just proving that Tom Brady's issues off the field is really like affecting him. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like it really is. It's really up to his players to rally behind him. And play like they know, like we know how they play. But hey, but what about the investigation happening with the two refs that went to Evans after the game to get his autograph? Did y'all see that?
Yeah, that was so horrible. I'm like, look at these clowns, man.
Oh, it is.
Hey, Mike, let me get that jersey and sign it for me, please.
Yeah.
I mean, but the good thing is, though, they didn't win, so you can't really say it's because of them two that they won,
Yeah.
But still, man, that's a bad look.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not the first time something like this happened, but they did it all out in the open where they know cameras are there. Like, come on now.
I mean, that just shows they do it all the time,
Yeah.
They're not the only refs that do that.
They're probably the only ones dumb enough to do it with their shirts still on. They didn't go change. And...
No, this is my Foot Locker uniform.
I just got off work. Yeah, you did.
But, yeah. So,
Then you have the Bengals. What was that?
No, go ahead.
Then you have the Bengals defeat the Falcons 35-17. Bengals go to 4-3. The Falcons go to 3-4. Cincinnati starting to pick up a little momentum now. See how it carries on through the AFC North.
Yeah, Burrow, man, that dude is just. He had 3 touchdowns last week. 3, I think he had 3 touchdowns, so 4. Like 345 yards.
Oh yeah, against the Saints, yeah.
No. What'd y'all say? Against the Bengals? Or it's Bengals and Falcons, right?
Yeah, this is Bengals and Falcons, yeah.
Yeah, didn't he just have like another 3 touchdown game?
Yeah, he went 34-42, 481 yards and 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
That dude is balling right now.
Just throwing bombs, man. He's throwing bombs, and the receivers are just open.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
I mean, that's a hell of a trifecta of receivers right there.
Yeah.
Chase, Boyd, and Higgins. Woo.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Atlanta.
Yeah. What do you call it? The Falcons. What's their record now? What, 2 and what?
3 and 4.
3 and 4.
I mean, they still got a chance to win the South.
Yeah, the Panthers do too.
I mean, the Falcons. Hey, I'm actually surprised that they're doing okay. You know, they're not. Of course, they ain't great, but they're doing okay with Mariota. I mean, because they sure ain't missing Matt Ryan.
I just seen a meme this morning before we got on here of it said this is how the Falcons were selling Indianapolis Matt Ryan, and it's got a picture from Wolf of Wall Street of him selling the penny stocks on the phone, and everybody behind him laughing.
Yeah. So, I mean, could we say Matt Ryan was the issue?
I mean, Mariota's not doing that great either. He's just trucking along.
Right, but I mean, he's doing better than Matt Ryan right now.
That's true.
Matt Ryan's the trend of what's going on with
veteran quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was supposed to take them to the Super Bowl, man.
Oh yeah, they're supposed to. Yeah, they're about to go all the way.
But yeah, that team is terrible. Well, we'll get to them later, but yeah. So
Atlanta, par for the course.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, but Cincinnati, man. But are they gonna keep this up? Though that's the thing.
They are the only team in the AFC North that has the stable continuity to do it. Like if they don't win this division, it's a flop. It's bad for them. If they don't win this division.
Yeah, I don't know. They have it right there in their hands. It's up to them to go win it.
Yeah,
because it looks like nobody else in that division wants to win.
It's a gift right now. Here you go. You got it. Second year in a row. Run with it.
It's like Baltimore's just like, nah, no, you can take it. We don't want it no more.
Yeah, and if they're trying to keep Lamar Jackson, I mean, it's not a good way to do it.
Yeah, that he's like, hey, you gonna pay me? I'm gonna play the first half. I'm not playing the second half.
Yeah, I better do something.
Right.
And then we have the Cowboys defeat the Lions 24-6. Dak Prescott came back and it's still same old,
The score did not reflect how the game actually was.
Nah. But it goes back to what we're saying, that they want to just be pass happy with him.
I'm telling you, man.
They just want to be pass happy with them, man. And it's so frustrating because I'm not even a Cowboys fan. But it's so frustrating because you have Cooper Rush. I mean, y'all trucking along, man. I mean, just, hey, winning games. But then Dak comes back, man, you just want to throw. Heck, he didn't even look good until like 9 minutes left in the game. Was it the last 2 drives?
With a short field, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, man, this is whack. This is terrible.
When you look at Tony Pollard, 12 carries, 83 yards. Zeke, 15 carries, 57 yards. But Tony Pollard has to get the ball at least 25 times. Somehow, some way. It doesn't have to be straight runs. Throw a little dump pass here and there to him. Give him them yards. Open up that passing game even more. Because if you thought Dak Prescott was going to come back 1,000% hitting targets left and right, no. Number one, he's not accurate already as it is. Then he's coming off this injury on his throwing hand. He's not going to be accurate. And here they are. Kellen Moore doing what he does best. Let's put it all on Dak. No.
Well,
stop.
No, I don't even think it's Kellen Moore, though. We all know this is Jerry Jones.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Kellen.
We know this is Jerry Jones. Yeah. Jerry Jones probably sent them a message. You know what to do.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Jerry Jones is the one in the ear.
Jerry's probably got the mic in his jacket cuffling, and he just goes, Kellen, you call a pass play. I know the camera's on me.
Yeah, and that's what we're talking about. He's Vincent Mann. He's in the air, and like when Zeke went down with that injury, he's already looking like all that money on the floor.
Yeah. I mean, but it sucks though for Kellen Moore because he's proven he's a good offensive coordinator. But it sucks for him because he's the one doing the play calling. And then if he has a bad year, he's a bad coordinator. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah.
And then so everybody looks at him. But everybody knows this is Jerry Jones. Everybody should know that this is a Jerry Jones thing.
I noticed one thing, and it was like really noticeable. If y'all watched it, I don't know if y'all did or not, the part. But anyway, there was a part where they were going to go for it. And Mike McCarthy was like, nah, timeout. And he's like, nah, get off the field. We ain't going for it. We're kicking this field goal.
Yeah.
Like there was that little time where he was like, hold on, hell no. I'm the head coach. Timeout. We ain't going for it. Get off the field.
Yeah, it was like what, 4th and 2 or something like that?
Yeah, he looked kind of irritated, like, shit, no, we're not doing this.
Yeah.
And he looked just a little pissed, like, I'm getting involved. And he kind of went to Kellen Moore, said something like, nah, we're going to kick this field goal.
He went,
Seriously. he probably called a dumbass pass call. He was like, they're going to rip me for this. We're going to get the points. We don't got freaking Zerline now. We got Maher. We're going to get this field goal in.
Yeah.
And I was like, look at Mark
it's
McCarthy.
The Lions. He's like, it's the Lions.
Yeah. McCarthy like, look at this. Hell no.
Well, I mean, if it wasn't for Dallas's defense, that game would have been like 9-6.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't for Dallas's defense is what kept them alive this past game.
All year.
Yeah.
I mean, their defense was just real good. So, I mean,
I gotta say, props to Noah Brown for not landing on the top of his head.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That was wicked.
I thought, oh my God, he's about to fall on the top of his. He's gonna break his neck.
Mm-hmm. I was like, you let that ball go, let it go. Like, nobody's gonna be mad at you.
The first thing I thought was like, oh, it's a Ric Flair backdrop.
And with Zeke, I thought he tore his ACL or something the way he got hit. His knee went back. So
the way he grabbed it right away.
I was like, Zeke doesn't never stays down like that. But the Lions, man, hey, I'm a fan of the Lions just because they're an underdog. And that team was in this game, until the last 3 drives maybe. But you could see Dan Campbell's like, damn it, we're there. We're almost there. Their defense came and played hard. And like we asked, was it more Detroit's defense who, statistically is not good, or was it just Dallas' offense being Dallas' offense? I think it was a combination of both because the Lions were out there. They were getting it.
Yeah.
I think it's Dallas' offense being Dallas' offense, and it just Dallas' defense was doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Was just playing good. I mean, because was it the Lions or what? They're 1-5, 1-6,
1-6,
1-6.
Well, 1-5. Sorry,
1-5, and they're playing hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, they're playing hard. I mean, it seems like they're a quarterback away. I think they're a quarterback away, and I mean, because their receivers, the receivers are not bad.
Right.
Well, they're one receiver they got. It's not that bad. I mean, they're tied in.
Yeah, once St. Brown went down, that offense just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, because aren't they like top 5 in offense?
They're number 1.
Number 1
in offense, yeah.
So I mean, those guys can play. They're just little pieces here and there that they can fix. Hopefully, they give Dave Campbell the time to Dan Campbell the time to get it going.
I think they will.
I mean, because who else are you going to get, with that type of passion?
Yeah, that can get them to perform. Because I think this team probably under any other coach doesn't perform.
Yeah. And DeAndre Swift has been out. They have a couple of more injuries they mentioned on TV as far like these guys will be starting to come back within the next month. And they'll be interested to see how they go over the rest of the season. Then you have the Giants defeat the Jaguars 23-17. Damn it, Jacksonville. Yeah, one job.
Line stand.
One job.
Yeah. Hey, the Giants, man.
They find ways to win games, man. They play it tough. Daniel Jones playing smart football for once.
Scary.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm actually trying to pick him up on my fantasy team because I have Matt Ryan as one of my quarterbacks and Teddy Bridgewater. So I'm trying to get Mills and and Daniel Jones because it's a 20-man league. So
Oh, damn.
yeah, so I have no other options to be honest with you. But nah, man, the Giants are playing, man. Because that leaves them. What's their record?
6-1.
6-1. Hey, that's some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, if they would have lost, they would have had a tiebreaker with Dallas, and Dallas would have been number 2 in the division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The defense is making plays when it needs to, and Saquon, boy,
Yes.
they had him bottled up in that first half. I think going into like the last bit of the second quarter, he only had like 20-something yards rushing, and then he ended the game with like over 100.
110 yards on 24 carries.
Dang.
Daniel Jones, 11 carries, 107 yards.
Every time he gets the ball and runs, the only thing I can think of is the longest yard when Steve Austin runs over the sideline, takes his helmet on, and says, "That's how the white man runs a football."
He told Nelly, it was Nelly, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But Trevor Lawrence, 22-43, 310 yards, but no touchdowns. And Travis Etienne, 14 carries, 114 yards.
One fumble lost in the back of the end zone that he had to score. The score was there, and he just lost the ball.
That's a young team trying to make it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Tony Khan led team.
Yeah. But too, they just traded their running back too. Was it Robinson?
Yeah.
Just traded him. Where'd he go?
The Jets.
To the Jets.
The Jets. That's where he went. Hey, we'll get to the Jets in a little bit, but yeah.
But, Robinson kind of fell back in the rotation. I don't know why. I guess it's just because JaMychal Hasty had a couple of those big plays the last 2 games. So that's why they moved him up, and he's out. So it's like, well, you went from a team that's losing to now a team that looks like they're on the rise. I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
And this is what, his second year?
Yeah,
second or third.
Yeah.
But good for him. I mean, he's going to have a chip on his shoulder, which is going to be good for the Jets. And like we said, we'll talk about them in a minute.
Yeah. But
then you have the Titans, the Colts, 19-10.
I mean, it's the Colts, for crying out loud.
Very disappointing.
Very, very.
They have all that talent, and it's just, they've got such a good defense, and the defense is on the field for half the game. They're just like, dude, what do you want us to do?
Yeah.
But, I mean, the best running back in the league, arguably.
Yeah.
And then, but it's just like,
you've got the best offensive line in the league.
I don't know, man. It's just not coming together for them. Matt Ryan is not. It's not them. I don't know. Hopefully, what Sam Ellinger.
Ellinger,
yeah. Hopefully they, something happens.
Well, this is what happens when you don't draft the quarterback. You just keep going to the free agency of veteran quarterbacks who are on their last leg.
Yup. Yeah. And so
maybe this will open up their playbook with Ellinger coming in, because Matt Ryan basically know what he's going to do. He's going to stand there and try to throw the ball.
Yeah.
And then maybe this will give Jonathan Taylor some fresh plays and maybe be more dynamic. But, I mean, it was yet to see, obviously. We'll see how it goes.
Do more of a pass option.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll see what Lamar Jackson does because, Irsay will give Lamar Jackson money to go over there. And Lamar Jackson still got years on him. So, I mean, can you imagine, Lamar Jackson with Pittman and Taylor and with that defense?
Please no.
I mean, because Indianapolis, they can offer him big money, and Baltimore would have to match it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, if I'm the Colts, man, I'm just like, Yo, I'm going to offer him mad money.
Or do they just tank the rest of the year and hope to draft a quarterback and not pay
I
as
mean,
much?
I wouldn't tank. I'll still draft a quarterback, but I wouldn't tank, and I would just hope to get Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, we'll see how Ellinger does. I mean, he might
Yeah.
show
Yeah,
up
Might
and win
change
some
those
games.
plans.
Yeah, big time. Derrick Henry went 30 carries, 128 yards. Ryan Tannehill, 13 of 20, 132 yards. But they won the game. They're 4-2.
How has he not
But
lost his
see,
job yet?
but that's a team that knows who their quarterback is and what they need to do. It's like, you know what? We don't got the best quarterback. He's trash. But you
Run
know
the
what?
ball.
We got a pretty good, but we got a good running game, guys, and this is what we're gonna do.
Speaking of a team that has a quarterback, don't know what they're going to do in the future because the Packers lost to the Commanders 23-21. They both dropped in 3 and 4. I was love that the Packers go to 3 and 4, but I'm like the Commanders beat them though. So it's funny. It's not funny at the same time. But hey,
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers really does. If we talk about a team that doesn't have nobody, Aaron Rodgers is that guy. Like, he doesn't have nobody at all. I mean, and so what his receiving corps, what he has, two rookies on there, maybe one. I know one for sure.
I think it's two rookies, Lazard and Cobb's hurt and out. So
Sammy Watkins just came
Sammy
back.
Watkins, who just came back. Yeah,
It's not 2012.
Yeah, exactly right. It's not the same Watkins of whole. So, yeah, you talking about a team that don't have nobody. They don't have nobody. I mean, they have Aaron Jones, but they don't got nobody.
it's just you can tell he just kind of doesn't want to be there at this point.
But
Like, he looks miserable playing.
But why even sign that contract then? I mean,
I think he still had 2 years left on his deal, though. I think.
No, I don't think so. I don't think. I think he was at the end and he signed an extension, if I'm not mistaken. That 4 years, because he could have went.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. He did sign an extension because that was where they used all their money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
He thought he was going to do something.
I mean, I don't know.
Said, "Nope, I'm out."
Yeah, they're bad.
Love to see it.
Yeah,
Right.
and the Wentz is out, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Heineken will led them to a W.
Jason said it last week too. He goes, "Hey, Heineke's in. They got a shot to win. There you go."
But it's still the Commanders.
Yeah.
Put Heineken in. Let him spin.
Yeah. I'm sorry. The Washington Commanders sounds like a USFL team.
It does.
Yeah.
It sounds terrible.
It sounds like a Division III school is what it sounds like.
Yeah, the Commanders.
They sound like an anti-political group in Washington.
Anti-political fix this stadiums group.
Oh gosh, yes.
They're just bad.
Oh,
the more they win, the more Dan Snyder's going, yes, I get to stay.
Well, I mean, because they haven't voted, right, to vote him out yet?
No, I don't think they do that until one of their little owners meetings, like mid-season, which I think they still have like another couple weeks before they do.
It's probably going to be an interesting meeting at too. To tell you the truth, it's going to be.
It's like, all right, who's he have dirt on?
Yeah.
Let us all know right now.
Who was blowing who? Who had hookers?
Jerry, that'd be me, sir.
And they weren't hookers; they were high-class escorts.
They were moms, okay.
Then you have the Jets defeat the Broncos.
Sweet ladies, god dang it.
The Jets defeat the Broncos 16-9. The Jets go to 5-2. Broncos go to 2-5. But we mentioned Breece Hall went down with a torn ACL and hurts his season, early career.
Yeah.
The Broncos being the Broncos right now.
Ride high, baby.
And that was the weekend that they had their whole, what was it, the 97 or the 98 team that came back?
97, I believe, right? 25 year.
Yeah, 25 years of the 97. Yeah, okay, so 25 years of the 97 Super Bowl team. And even they were probably thinking, man, I could do a better job than this.
Right.
Terrible.
Russell Wilson's like, can't blame me for this one.
Yeah. Hackett's going, crap. There goes my scapegoat.
Bad.
That team just, I don't know, man.
Who's their backup?
Rippin. Brett Rippin, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's a huge disappointment of a team. Especially as good as their defense is, and to have that bad of an offense.
Yeah.
If I'm there, I'm at least calling RG3. Somebody who can run. He's like, come on, come do something.
Elway's over there going, I'm going to come out of retirement. I mean, I'll do it myself.
He throws one 5-yard pass. Never mind.
Yeah. I got to sweat the booze out. Sorry.
But yeah, it's bad. Denver looks terrible.
Yeah, but the Jets, yeah.
Man,
Pete Carroll knew what he was doing, and I mean, let's get rid of him.
Yeah,
let's get rid of him.
He's another one that was caught selling a penny stock.
Mm-hmm.
But the Jets, their defense, man, looking good.
Yep.
Oh, Sauce Gardner.
Yes.
Yeah,
love it.
That team is just they've got the pieces in play for Saleh.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude brings a whole. To me, he reminds me of like a way more energetic Dave Aranda.
Seriously though,
they have the same demeanors, except he actually shows excitement, whereas Aranda doesn't.
Yeah.
The most excitement you see out of Aranda is when he's smacking his coaches in the ass.
Yeah. And probably hurts too.
And he's clapping.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I want to punch him. Quit clapping.
Or when he gets mad, and you see when he gets mad, he's yelling on the on the field, but he's like, it's mad, but it's like soft mad,
A father disappointment.
Yeah.
But you look at like Robert Saleh, you got Mike Vrabel, you have Dan Campbell, those guys, right? I mean, those are coaches you're like, man, I want to play for those guys.
I'll throw Dable in there too.
Yes, as well. Dayball, yeah. Those guys right there, man, like they're like the up and coming coaches in the future. You know what I mean? And it's a different side of coaching as far as you get your old school heads like Belichick, Coughlin, those guys back in the day that were, more of a serious demeanor type. But these other ones, they relate to these players. And like I said, Saleh's got the pieces now, and it's showing. You got to give these guys time.
Heck yeah. I mean, they're probably feeding moms to Zach Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go. Here you go. Here's the players are like, hey, here's my mom. Here you go.
They need to do a jet on the freaking Hard Knocks.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. They should do it in season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like give some energy like a vampire or something.
Yeah.
When he drinks his blood, the vampire just gets all, hyped up or swole, and then but it's a different here's this mom. There's that mom.
Maybe he
go at it.
Maybe he's just sleeping with the opposing quarterback's mom.
And then sends him a text message through a picture through a text message.
The Ed Orgeron picture.
Yeah, it's like look who I ran into.
Speaking of Hard Knocks, I know the end season one for the Arizona Cardinals should be starting up pretty soon. I wish it would start 2 weeks ago. We would have saw the whole little rant going on, full motion. The Raiders beat the Texans 38-20.
Raiders are coming, baby.
Should have put the bush as the background for this and then just kind of slowly sink into it like in The Simpsons.
Who's their head coach?
Lovie Smith.
Thought so. Okay. How many games they won? One?
One. We won one game.
1-5?
1-5. I mean, it started out all right. It's just
First three quarters were good.
And then we forgot how to tackle. We forgot how to tackle. And Josh Jacobs he didn't forget how to run. We forgot how to tackle. We forgot our linebacker. Our linebackers are terrible. I was watching it. Me and my brother watching it. I said, "Dude, they can't get off a block." He says, "No, they're good." I said, "No, they can't get off." He's like, "Okay, yeah, they suck." And it's like as soon as I said that, then Archuleta jumped on. He's like, "What is he doing? Look at him. He's got to get off that block."
Dancing with somebody. Jacobs went 20 for 143 yards, man. 3 touchdowns, average 7.2 yards. Man, beast mode.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, and then for whatever reason, we couldn't do anything. We couldn't run the ball after that. They ganged up on Pierce and just crowded the line of scrimmage, and he couldn't do nothing. He'd get 2-3 yards, but at that point, we needed points. We didn't need the yards.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just I don't know. Mills ain't it. He's solid, but he ain't it. He ain't the long-term answer. We need another receiver. Cooks can't do it because he's too old. Got too many miles on him.
Yeah.
And they just, okay, we're just going to bracket him. You can have whoever else you want. You just ain't going to get this little guy. You ain't get this little bastard running down the field.
Would that be the focus you think in free agency and draft is receiving and then linebackers?
I think depending on how high you draft, I think you could seriously consider drafting quarterback.
Right.
And then you go after your skill position, receiver or tight end or something like that. Because you got your answer there at running back. I don't know. Our offensive line is just in shambles as well. It always is.
Justin looks so disappointed talking. Oh no, bro. I don't know what's happening.
I give up. I give up trying to figure out this team. I do. I give up trying to figure us out. I thought I knew. Like the late Denny Green said, they are who we thought they were.
It's like, man, our linebackers. Oh no. Offensive line. Oh no. Male running back. Oh no. Maybe
that's
we
the one thing I do know.
And they're like, I don't know.
That's the one thing I know as a running back. Yes, that's the one thing I know.
It's like there's so many things we can't figure it out. Just like
that's the one thing. Okay, 2, 3, Stingley and Petrie. Those are the only 3 things I know.
That's it.
That's it. Everybody else, I don't know.
Oh, that's hilarious. Throw the whole team I dig it.
And yet the Seahawks beat the Chargers 37-23. Chargers, man. Telling you.
Classic Chargers.
Can't buy a bucket. Can't buy a win.
I think I had them winning the division, didn't I?
I think so.
Yeah, I think I had them winning the division. Yeah, that ain't happening.
That's a team. It's a loaded team too. That just so much talent and just every year they just seem to underachieve.
Yep. Head coach on a hot seat?
I would think so, man. Because
as many boneheaded decisions as he makes to go for stuff, it's like fourth and 5. We're gonna go for it. Coach, we're on our own 30.
Yeah,
we're going for it. It's the first quarter.
If there's a job that Sean Payton would go for, this would be the one you go for.
You think so?
All that talent? Yes. He got Justin Herbert?
The money?
Yes.
Either that or Dallas?
No. I'll go with the
You don't think Dallas?
No. That boat's sailed off. That what they say, it's gone. That should have been like 10
Their
years
ship
ago.
has sailed.
Yeah, the ship is so. There you go. Thank you. Damn. Yeah, no, I wouldn't even touch Dallas. I would just go to the Chargers. All that talent.
Can't do nothing.
I mean,
But props to Seattle.
yeah, 4-3. They're doing their thing. Oh,
Geno Smith.
Geno butt grabbing Smith.
Yeah, that's all you need.
You know what quarterback that probably could have done just as good if he would have stayed out of trouble because he was their backup at one time. Boykins, the TCU quarterback.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple games, I think, when Wilson was hurt that he played.
I thought they moved him to receiver.
I don't even think he's playing anymore because didn't he get hurt?
I think so, but I could have sworn they moved him to receiver at one point.
I mean,
I'm thinking Terrell Pryor. I'm thinking Terrell Pryor. Never mind.
Yeah, you're thinking of Pryor. Yeah, but Boykins could have been a great quarterback, but he kept on getting in trouble.
Yeah, being a knucklehead.
Mm-hmm. But now you got Geno Smith. And Geno Smith has been around. What did he get drafted by the Jets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Got drafted by Jets. He's been around.
What, 8-9 years now? About 9 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. When he put up like 80 points on Baylor.
Yeah. He's winning.
Yep.
Geno Glassjaw Smith.
Right. Then you have the Chiefs to beat the 49ers 44-23. Christian McCaffrey. Whatever. Guess they make a difference.
Well, I mean, it's only second game. Still trying to.
First game.
But
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't play last week against the
He just
Rams?
got traded this week. He got traded on Thursday.
I thought he played against the Rams.
No.
With Carolina.
With Carolina.
Oh, Carolina. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, for a first game. And
Well,
so-
last week they played San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
They beat
Yeah,
him and took
traded.
their best player.
Yeah.
Dang, that's a beating right there. No, I thought that game was actually going to be closer than what it was, man. That was a physical game, like first and second quarter.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs, man, just shows that they didn't need Tyreek Hill because it's like they're spreading that ball around, man.
Mhm.
They're spreading it around, and you know what? Josh called it. My son called it because we were at baseball tournaments in Kansas earlier a couple months ago, and one of the head coaches is a big Chiefs fan. So Josh was wearing his Chiefs jersey. He's like, "How do you think the receivers are going to do, or the team's going to do?" And Josh said, "Nah." He goes, "We're going to be good." He goes, "We're going to be good." He goes, "They're like even without Tyreek Hill." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "We got Juju." He said, "We have Hardman, we have Kelsey." Like he started naming the players, and I'm like, "Nah, they ain't going to do good." Man. I'm like, Josh called it. I'm like, okay. But I mean, they're spreading that ball around big time, man.
You must be proud,
Big time. Man, heck yeah. I'm like, this kid actually pays attention. Maybe not in school, but in football, god dang it.
He pays attention.
Like now, if I can get him to do his chores.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, they're doing good though, man. They're spreading that ball around, man.
Yeah.
And it's man, it looks great. Not skipping a beat.
Then you have the Dolphins defeat the Steelers 16-10. Tua, don't give it down. Talk about
Tua dunking his head and trying to run fools over.
y'all remember that game? We're saying our age. We're going to date our age now, right? On Turbo Graphics, Bonk's Adventures.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh my god! Okay. Whenever you get time, Google Bonk's Adventures because that was Tua, just using his head. On the freaking game, the whole thing of the game is this little cave boy would just use his head and like knock people out and whatever. That's all. But Tua's like, what concussion? What crippling of the fingers?
Coach said it's okay to bleed from the ears.
Yeah. It's like, he says I'm a man if I bleed. But hey,
And he only missed 2 games,
3,
right?
I
2 games,
think.
right? 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3. Yeah. Oh no, I'm still worried about him though, man. You can't tell me he's 100% though. Like I know the numbers are good, but you can't tell me that he's 100% after what happened to him. Basically, 2 concussions in a row, and then his hands went crazy after that. You know.
Because they said it was his back, right, on the first one. That's why he.
No, man,
You know,
that wasn't his back, man. You don't collapse like that on your back.
it was his neck, probably.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know. But I mean, hey, man, I am a fan of what's their head coach, Mike Daniels, Michael
Yeah.
Daniels,
Mike McDaniels, yeah.
Mike McDaniels. I'm a fan of his, man. I think because he doesn't look like a head coach. He just he just looks like, you know what? I paid $25 to make a call, you know. Yeah, but man, he's doing it though, man.
He reminds me of Eric Spoelstra, the Miami Heat head coach. He just happened to be there one day and we're like, yeah,
Yeah,
you could be, you know, like, yeah, he's making the best of it.
yeah. I mean, and he's what is their record?
They're 4-3 now.
4-3.
Steelers.
Mike McDaniels is Tony Khan without the cocaine.
Just Mike McDaniels, he's the weed smoker, man. You know he gets stoned.
He's probably just sitting there getting high with Tyreek.
Yeah,
Man, I'm telling you. Man, I'll tell you, y'all need to watch his interview with Pat McAfee, man. Was it this past off season? During the combine, actually. Y'all need to watch this interview with Pat McAfee. This dude was stoned out of his mind. It was great. But then you got the Steelers, man. It's the Steelers.
It's a shit. They got such a good defense, and that offense. You see flashes here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see Pickens. My bad.
Pickens
making that crazy catch in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
And you've got a great, really good running back in Najee Harris that has no offensive line to block for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think this next coming draft they're going to focus on the offensive line. Have to.
They have to. Yeah.
Because you got Claypool, who's not a bad receiver. He overrated himself by saying he's one of the best receivers in the league. Like, dude, shut up! No, you're not.
Not even the top half.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like you said, there Harris, the running back. The dude's good.
Johnson.
So
Pickens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think the Steelers will be all right. This year's going to suck for them, but
yeah,
it's a rebuild. Like, damn, they've been finishing over 500 all of Mike Tomlin's career.
Yep.
Gotta happen.
Yeah, and if they do finish over 500 this year, hey, just shows what great coach he is. Even though some people say that that's another topic.
I don't see how people can say he's not a good coach.
Yeah, it's stupid. I hate it. It's dumb.
It's like, dude, it's like he's a hell of a. The fact that he's only the third coach in the Steelers' history, and they don't even think twice about firing him.
No.
But man, that's just the Steelers, though. That's a family or organization that has patience.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, we're going to keep on going.
Well,
Mike Tomlin, what do you need, Mike Tomlin? What do you think we need?
Yeah.
Well, when you think about it, look at how many bad years Bill Cowher had, and they still stuck with him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then last night you had the Bears defeat the Patriots 33-14. They both go to 3-4. Justin Fields, we were talking about it before he came on. I think Justin Fields heard me pretty much say, "Hey, Chicago, are y'all done with this guy or what?" Because he went out and balled. I think Chicago finally realized, hey, we have to utilize his strengths, and that's what they did.
Oh, Eberflum, yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Well, then you got New England, who don't know what quarterback to use now.
Yeah, they pulled Mac Jones. What was it? Not even the second quarter they pulled him.
Yeah.
After 3 series.
put old Bailey Zappi in, and he did the first two, and then he kind of
Yeah.
forgot that he had to play the second half.
Yeah, they need a quarterback too.
But looking at the
So,
Bears, looking at them play last night, and then looking at who they have, like they have a pretty good running core as well, because you got David Montgomery, you got Khalil Herbert, and then of course Justin Fields in the backfield. You throw in Tristan Ebner on third down plays. I mean, you got options. That backfield, you have the defense looking like, oh hell, anybody can get this ball and be explosive. And now I think they finally realized that, and they said during the broadcast too that their head coach, who we don't name because we don't know how to say his name, that he
Coach E.
Yeah, Coach E. There you go. He took the bye week to sit down and talk to his players one-on-one and get to figure out their strengths and everything, which is, hey, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe he's won over that locker room. Maybe that's why they came out there like a house of fire.
Yeah, seriously. And it showed on the field. They look like a cohesive unit.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is solid enough. It's just their offense, has to produce.
Yeah.
Last night, somebody lit the fire under them, and they went.
Yeah.
And Belichick, he's got to figure something out.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, he's got to pick.
He will. It's Belichick. He has to deal with the Illuminati, so he'll win another Super Bowl.
He's going to walk over to him. Now, listen. See that river over there? You want to be at the bottom of it? You go out there and you win this game.
Yeah, so.
He'd be like, you remember Aaron Hernandez? You really think? How do you think he got caught?
Oh, dang.
Well, that was our Week 7 recap of the NFL. We'll go over quickly these picks for next week. Starting with Thursday's game, the Ravens and the Bucks.
Ravens.
Bucks.
The way Baltimore's been giving away games here as of late, I'll go with the Bucks.
Then you had the Broncos and Jaguars playing at Wembley Stadium.
Oh, Jaguars.
Yeah, Jaguars. Give me the Clowns. Jaguars.
Then you have the Panthers at the Falcons. Go with the Falcons.
I'm going to go with the Panthers. Dirty Birds.
Give me the Dirty Birds.
Then you have the Bears at the Cowboys.
This game just got a whole lot more interesting.
Hey, I was having a tough time picking the Lions and the Cowboys.
I would say the Bears, man.
I'll go with the Cowboys. Defense.
Yeah, that'd be the only reason why I picked Dallas. So Dallas.
You have the Dolphins at the Lions.
Dolphins.
I want to say the Lions, but the Dolphins, I think.
Dolphins.
You have the Cardinals at the Vikings. 12 p.m. game, guys. 12 p.m. Cardinals at the Vikings. So it's Minnesota all the way.
It's not in prime time.
Minnesota.
Yep, Minnesota.
You have the Raiders at the Saints. This will be a stupid game. The Raiders will lose. So I'll go with the Saints.
Yeah, I'll take the Saints.
I'll take the Raiders. They beat me into picking them.
And you have the Patriots at the Jets.
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 Jets, Jets. Then you have the Battle of Pennsylvania. You have Pittsburgh at Philadelphia. Philadelphia, man.
Philly.
Strong.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
And you have the Titans at the Texans.
Titans.
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 Commanders at the Colts. I'm going with the Commanders, man. Even though I don't want to do it, but
No, I'm going with the Colts.
Give me old Sam Ellinger. We're back.
You have the 49ers at the Rams. Rams coming off a bye week.
I want to say 49ers.
I'll say 49ers.
Yeah, I'll take the Niners as well.
You have the Giants at the Seahawks.
Giants.
I'll say the Giants. Pretty good game, though.
Giants.
You got the Packers at the Bills. Some Sunday night. Too strong.
The Bills.
The Bills, yeah.
Bengals at the Browns Monday night.
Bengals.
Yeah. Watch all our picks be wrong. The way the NFL does it.
They're like, all right, we're going on with these guys. No, we're going opposite.
Yeah. Look at this. Not today.
Send the memo out.
Appreciate y'all joining us for this Week 7 recap. Hopefully we get some good games next week. As we always say, follow us on Facebook, In Your House Sports, our YouTube channel, In Your House Sports. We have our college football recap that drops every Monday. And then, of course, this NFL recap drops every Tuesday.
Both at 4 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah, 4 p.m. Central Time. For Manny D.
Fat Sam.
Your boy Vassos.
Peace out.